Most people think billionaires are different because they are smarter, luckier, or morally superior. That's comforting, because if their success comes from talent or luck, it means you're excused from responsibility. But that explanation is false. Billionaires are not special because of what they have. They are special because of how they see reality. And once you understand what they have in common, you'll realize something uncomfortable. Their advantage is learnable, which means your current position is not accidental. Let's start by destroying a myth. Billionaires do not wake up every morning repeating affirmations in front of a mirror, hoping the universe will send them money. That's not the law of attraction. That's delusion disguised as spirituality. The real law of attraction is brutal, mechanical, and indifferent to your feelings. It does not reward hope. It rewards alignment. Billionaires understand one thing very early. The world does not respond to words. It responds to behavior sustained over time. Your thoughts matter only because they shape your actions. Your emotions matter only because they dictate your decisions. Your identity matters because it determines what you tolerate, what you pursue, and what you ignore. This is where most people fail. They want outcomes without changing identity. They want wealth without pressure, respect without boundaries, power without discomfort. Billionaires don't think like that. They understand that reality mirrors consistency, not intention. When they say the law of attraction works, what they really mean is this: if you behave like a certain type of person long enough, the world is forced to respond to you accordingly, not because the universe is kind, but because incentives never lie. Let's talk about the first thing billionaires have in common. They are obsessed with leverage, not motivation, not inspiration, leverage. They ask different questions than everyone else. Most people ask, how hard do I need to work? Billionaires ask, how can this effort compound without me? They are allergic to linear effort. They understand that trading time for money is a trap designed for survival, not dominance. So they build systems, they build assets, they build distribution, and here's the part most people miss. They think in decades, not days. While the average person chases quick wins, billionaires tolerate long periods of silence. They plant seeds knowing no one will clap for years. This is where the law of attraction becomes visible. When you commit to long-term thinking, your behavior changes. You stop chasing dopamine. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop explaining yourself. And the world begins to treat you differently. Opportunities don't come because you believe. They come because you've positioned yourself where opportunity has no choice but to notice you. Second thing billionaires have in common: they are emotionally regulated. This is non-negotiable. You cannot build something massive if your nervous system is fragile. Billionaires don't let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. They don't react to disrespect. They don't argue to feel right. They don't chase validation. They understand that emotional reactions leak power. Every time you get offended, you reveal insecurity. Every time you explain yourself, you lower your perceived value. Every time you argue with someone who can't help you, you waste energy that could have compounded elsewhere. This emotional discipline creates an aura around them. People feel it, not consciously, but instinctively. Calm under pressure signals competence. Silence signals confidence. Detachment signals abundance. That's attraction. Not mystical attraction, biological attraction. Humans are wired to follow stability, not chaos. Third thing they have in common, they are selective with attention. Billionaires protect their focus like it's their most valuable asset. Because it is. They don't consume random content. They don't entertain pointless conversations. They don't surround themselves with people who drain energy. They understand that what you focus on expands, not spiritually, neurologically. Your brain adapts to what you repeatedly engage with. So if your attention is fragmented, your output will be mediocre. This is why isolation plays a role in every great success story. Not loneliness, isolation, the deliberate reduction of noise. Most breakthroughs happen when there is silence. This is another misunderstood aspect of the law of attraction. When you remove distractions, clarity emerges. When clarity emerges, decisions improve. When decisions improve, outcomes change. The universe didn't respond. You did. Fourth thing billionaires have in common. They think in terms of incentives, not morality. This is uncomfortable for most people. They don't ask, what should people do? They ask, what will people do given these incentives? They understand human behavior deeply. They know people follow comfort, status, and advantage, so they designed systems around that reality instead of complaining about it. This is why they seem ahead of the curve. They're not smarter. They're more honest about human nature. And honesty creates power. If you understand incentives, you can predict outcomes. If you can predict outcomes, you can position early. If you position early, you win disproportionately. This is attraction through foresight. While others react, they prepare. While others complain, they capitalize. Fifth thing they have in common, they act before confidence arrives. This is critical. Most people wait to feel ready. Billionaires understand that readiness is a byproduct of movement. Confidence doesn't come first. Competence does. And competence is built through repetition, not contemplation. They are willing to look stupid early. They are willing to fail quietly. They are willing to move without applause. This creates momentum, and momentum is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are already moving, not because they are perfect, but because movement signals belief. Sixth thing billionaires have in common, they have a strong internal frame. They are not easily influenced by opinions. They don't outsource their self-worth. They don't let trends dictate identity. They decide who they are first, then they act accordingly. This internal coherence creates external consistency. And consistency creates trust. Investors trust them. Partners trust them. Markets trust them. That's attraction at scale, not begging for attention, but commanding it through alignment. Now let's address the uncomfortable truth. The law of attraction is not about getting what you want. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally produces certain outcomes. If your habits contradict your goals, nothing will change. If your environment contradicts your identity, nothing will stick. If your behavior contradicts your words, reality will expose you. Billionaires don't hope reality bends. They bend themselves until reality has no resistance left. They accept pressure. They accept responsibility. They accept isolation. And in return, they gain leverage, freedom, and influence. So here's the real question. Are you trying to attract success? Or are you willing to become the kind of person success is attracted to? Because those are two very different paths, and only one of them works. If this resonated, it's because you already knew it. You just hadn't articulated it yet. On this channel, we don't sell motivation. We expose mechanisms, and once you see them, you can't unsee them.